If you're a first-time home buyer, there are probably a lot of things that you don't know about the home buying process. And that can be a little bit daunting because there are a lot of things to think about, not only from the transaction standpoint with the loan and going through the closing and even looking at homes. There's a lot of things there to think about. But then even after closing, what am I going to be expected to pay for? What can I anticipate? There's a lot of unknowns there. And that's one of the things that working with an agent can really help you understand. Would you agree to that, Maura?
I know when I was buying my home for the first time, I had no idea what the loan process was like, how to get a mortgage payment, what the mortgage rates were. So I think that was really important for me to have an agent, especially it's nice that I have two parents that are agents. They could walk me through the entire process and I didn't have to take that all on myself to research all of that.
Because there's a lot of things that as we're going through the buying process, and that is just in the searching for the home, what to look for, maybe what's going to be fit your taste. And there's a lot of excitement around that, but then, making sure that, hey, this is what I understand my costs are going to be. I'm going to have insurance in there, probably going to have to maybe have mortgage insurance if I don't have enough for a down payment. And then there's going to be some cost on top of that once you move into the house. You want to do some things to the house, right?
Yeah.
Like you wanted to fix your home.
Yeah, I wanted to
fix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted to furnish my home, get new paint in some areas. So I think the mortgage payments on top of that, and then you just have to know what to set aside for your home, like the down payment. It's all really hard to understand sometimes, especially as a first-time home buyer, never having done that before, living at my parents' home. I've only lived in an apartment, so I was just paying one fee every single month. So
yeah, there's maintenance that comes along with it. Not only when you first move in and you find, oh, well, my ice maker doesn't work, so I'm going to have to get something to fix that, right? Now, we have home warranties that we recommend a lot of times that new home buyers purchase, and that will cover certain things in the house, which is really good. There's also, having that home inspection. We do want to know exactly what's the condition of the home, and there may be some things that have to be addressed in the home inspection, and sometimes the seller will take care of some of that, but not always. Sometimes there's things left over that, the buyer's going to have to do, and there's going to be a cost associated with that.
That's why it's really important to have an agent, because when you get that home inspection report back, you're looking at that stuff, and there are so many details, minor things on there. And you want to have an agent that is going to sit down and be like, okay, these are the most important things, and this is what should be outlined in this. And that's what my parents did for me when I was going through that process. We looked over the home inspection, and these were the most important things that needed to be picked out. And also in the contract, what to look for. And sometimes you can just sign a contract and you don't even know what you're signing, but with an agent, they're able to sit down with you and tell you exactly what is in the contract and what you're signing.
A lot of times, what affects your monthly budget. It's always good to sit down and have that budget, kind of know what you're going to allocate to housing in your budget, especially if you're moving out of an apartment. Like you said, when some of those fees are all rolled in, now you're moving into a home that may have a gas bill, may have obviously going to have a power bill, it's going to have a water bill. You may have a lot of things that was kind of rolled into your apartment costs, but then becomes your cost when you move into a house. And so you've got to kind of account for a lot of those things, and at least know. And so we can find out what a lot of those costs are because we've worked this process hundreds and hundreds of times. So we can find out what average utilities are. That's a good thing to ask. Although, if you had a family of 4 living there and you move in by yourself, it's probably hopefully going to be lower, right? All those things combined to think about, it can be a little bit challenging, but not to overlook the excitement of getting into that first home. That's always our goal, and we love helping first-time homebuyers because usually they're getting out of a space that they really didn't want to be in for long term. Now they can move into something that they can really enjoy. You get to kind of do all those things, fix it up the way you want to. And as an agent, we're here to just give you confidence and comfort and peace of mind into helping you make that decision.
It's always really exciting to get into your first home because you get more space, you can decorate how you want, you can put nails in the wall, and you don't have to have a fee at the end of the time when you move out of your apartment. So it's all up to you, and it's a really exciting time, and you're also building credit and interest in your home, which can benefit you way into the future.
Yeah, it's great. And it's always fun to have friends over and show them off the new place. That's always fun.
I know it's scary, but it's also really exciting. I'm hosting my first dinner party soon with all of my friends, and they're all around the same age as me, about to start their home buying journey for the first time. So it's really exciting to be able to invite them to my space and just be able to help them through that process as my parents have helped me, because I've learned a lot through my first home buying process and also working with them. It's really helpful to know what you're getting into in the real estate space. It's also a really exciting time as well.
So if you're a first-time home buyer, you may be ready to start that journey. We would love to help you, sit down with you, take that time and explain all that process. And so I think it's a great time to buy a house. So give us a call. We would be glad to help.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's right.